The last part of the chapter talks about communication barriers. As we got an idea earlier, effective communication involves a sender, a medium of communication, a receiver, and definitely a feedback. There can be a number of problems arising at each of these stages. The following table in the next slide talks about them and also shares how we can mitigate these problems. Alright all, I'm about to run down this huge table, discuss each problem and share solutions. So let's try to keep up. We'll start with problems with the sender. It may be difficult for the receiver to understand the language used by the sender. In this case, acceptable language for all parties should always be used. Then we have the speed of delivery, where the speed of delivery may simply not be acceptable for the receiver, in which case the sender needs to ensure the message is as clear as possible. Moreover, sender may send the wrong message to the right receiver or the right message to the wrong receiver. Either way, sender needs to ensure that the right message is being delivered to the right person. And lastly, there is always a risk of main points being missed if the message is too long or detailed. In which case, senders should insist on feedback or acknowledgement from the receivers. Then we have problems with the medium. It may so happen that the message may be lost, in which case it is important to insist on feedback and acknowledgement of some sort, of any sort really. Wrong channels could be used due to which the message wouldn't reach the right person. To mitigate this problem, the sender must select the most appropriate channel of delivery. It can also happen that if the message is sent through a number of people, the original meaning may simply get distorted. To avoid this, the sender should opt for the shortest possible channel. It could also happen that no feedback was received, which could happen if the channel is inappropriate. To mitigate this problem, senders must use the most suitable channel and insist on feedback. And lastly, there may be a breakdown of medium, such as internet being down or computer failure. In such cases, there should be a backup channel in case the first option breaks down. Then we have problems with the receiver. Receiver might not be paying attention, which requires the sender to emphasize on the most important parts. There could also be a lack of trust or liking towards the sender, which can lead to the receiver not taking actions. This is a tricky one because there must be trust between the sender and the receiver. The sender needs to ensure this if he or she is the right person to send the message, or it should be someone else who should send a message on behalf of them. And lastly, there could be problems with the feedback. No feedback could be received, in which case senders should again insist on getting feedback. The feedback may also be distorted, in which case direct channels must be used between senders and receivers, which will ensure further communication if the initial feedback was distorted. And this brings us to the end of the chapter. In this chapter, we learned the importance of effective communication, the different methods of effective communication, and finally, communication barriers. Thank you all. I'll be back with another crucial chapter in IGCSE Business Studies. Looking forward to it. Till then, goodbye.